Interesting how that works. Guess it just restarted the stream. Maybe it's just my computer. Maybe it's time to finally get a new computer. No, Crow, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Go away. No, go away. No, I'm a good boy. I'm a good, get away from me, Crow. I was just making sure the stream, bringing the stream back up to date. Maybe it's just Streamlabs. Yes, the stream committed to sleep forever. The forever sleep stream strat. Alright, let's see if this is any better. It said my bit rate was too high for Streamlabs to work. Maybe it's because I canceled my one of the... Maybe it doesn't like me because I'm using the free service on it. It's probably my fault, let's be real. Dead by Daylight didn't do it this time. Streamlabs, there's always something. I think it's just about time to drop a few K on a really nice computer, just a new computer. I've had this computer now for a little over 5 years. I think it's time to upgrade it. Actually, I probably could avoid getting a new computer entirely and just get double the RAM since I have capacity for it and just get the new RTX 4060 when it comes out. Or just get something from one of the new graphics card series, the 4000 RTX series. Who knows what to do? I wonder if it's the computer. I wonder if it's just something I have settings wrong on my end and my computer's totally fine. Or maybe this is where I just commit to becoming a PS5, a Dead by Daylight, but I'm a console player. Look at these things. I am the pus now. Nine. You can kind of get a good angle like that. Get another one of these. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Did that just take the overclock away from him, or did it only last? It only lasts like 10 seconds. I'm gonna get hit here.
You should use such things.
I love the voice lines from him so much, though. Holy crap, those sound so good with the deadpan AI voice. Makes me think of like 2001: Space Odyssey. I can't do that. Get the printing. Dance, monkey. We saw the killer for about 30 seconds this game. The other game, we were fighting for our lives. Let me just open the door here. If other people can see this here, I suppose maybe you could use this as like a, hey, come over here. I think it's so cool. It almost looks like a dev tool or something like that. Alright, we need to we need to scan the volumetric shape around this particular area and get a feel and understand all the hitboxes. He's opened it over there. Mojo Man hasn't been hooked yet. That might last 8 points for opening down the PTB. run around with my sphere. That's just 400 points right there. You can make some good points. Shit. I'm in danger. Good that double back right there. I love how he picks you up. He seems to understand how to use his overclock correctly, though. How to get in, like how to use it in the middle of chase. It doesn't really seem to slow you down that much either. I'm curious how it looks from the perspective of the killer. We should just be able to run this out so quick. I'm faster than the killer. I have borrowed time on top of the... You're just so fast. You get the 10% from B, or 8%, however much it is from BT, on top of that other 3% that seem to stack additively. Ray. GG's. I definitely want to clip that first game too. I gotta remember that. Clip it real good. Do 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 do. Alright, let's try some killer gameplay. Hoi, Frankie, good to see ya. We're enjoying ourselves some Dead by Daylight PTB right now that has freshly dropped. I hope we're doing well. We've been playing a bit of well, actually a lot bit of DPT offline lately, and they just dropped the PTB, which was sad how this was released because apparently the original dev live stream was going to be today, but it was pushed up because of all the Dead by Daylight leaks, which is interesting to see the leaks have such an impact on the release schedule content. Singularity, yep, because I knew of this chapter probably about 2 weeks or like a week and a half ago at this point. I saw the chapter, I just didn't see any, I didn't look into the leaks, seeing like powers and perks and stuff like that. I always like to freshly look at that when it's released live, because sometimes actually the leaks can be misleading and not the full build of the game. I'm pretty sick actually, that's not good to hear. I am sorry that you are not feeling well. I hope it's nothing more than just like a bad cold or something. Or flu, at the worst. There's nothing that brings me down more than being sick, so I feel some of the pain. Don't like not being able to breathe. No fun. Not being able to move isn't fun, or move without pain. You know. Normal sick stuff. New killer is the Singularity. New survivor is Gabriel Soma. The the perks are very interesting on both of them. I believe so. We're gonna try the killer out right now, but the survivor basically has helping and chase perks, both when injured and aura reading perks, and then the killer has just some very unique ones that we're gonna just actually use all of them right now, just to screw around a little bit. Let's see, we got genetic limits, which exhausts people when they finish healing themselves. We have forced hesitation, which I also like. When someone gets downed or put into a dying state, everyone around is hindered, which I think is also pretty cool. And then his final one, machine learning, is a unique generator perk, but it's not like a generator defense. It's more like a generator. It's more like a trap perk, where you set people up to finish things, and then it makes the game worse for them. Let's ready up, because this might be a long queue. Might be a 2-second queue. We're gonna find out. I think it's strep. That's terrible. That's just pain. That's just pain. I'm sorry that you're going through this right now, my friend. I like this item. We were picking up a lot of EMPs. Let's just run this right away. And this doesn't really change how our power works at all, but this does just give us more information during the game. I think the first thing we do is we set up bipods when the game starts. And then we move from there, and then we just start tagging people. Successful slipstream teleport. The target suffers from the oblivious status effect. That could be useful as well to really mess with the perception of where the killer is after he comes in with the overclock. When a survivor is slipstream, they hear the terror radius as if you were nearby. So that would just be a mind game. Survivor who is cleansed of slipstream screams, interrupting their current action. That's also very interesting. So this could like cancel healing, could cancel generator repair, just cancel anything, and do a pretty good interrupting, because the EMP, you can use the EMP to remove the slipstream device from your back during movement, and other people can do it for you while you're like on a generator. Very interesting. Slipstream infection range between survivors is increased by 2 meters. I didn't really see this ever happen. I never saw multiple survivors get like infected tagged by the or the tag spread the slipstream. Pods never the slipstream effect never really spread to anybody. No one ever got close enough. This is interesting. Blinding people near your bipods, just adding more to their utility. Slipstream spreads faster. Mangled. Curious. After 0.5 seconds, you can hear all sounds through the bipod. So this changes it from being a visual camera to also being able to just hear people running by if you can't visually see them. The reboot timer is reduced, so that just gets your bipods up. Supply causes aura crates distant, so that just makes it harder to find them. The overclock duration sounds like a nice thing. Just make it so that you're running for longer, because the overclock, how long does overclock last for? It just says after a successful slipstream teleport, the singularity enters overclock mode. In this state, walls and pallets can be destroyed faster, vaulting is faster, and you can't be stunned. Attempts to stun just remove the overclock. So there's obviously a time limit as well. So I'm curious what that is. And then gain 2 extra bipods. This also probably wouldn't be a bad idea if you just want more control of the map. If you just want more bipods, more corners. I can think this being an extremely good perk for him, or extremely useful for him. Let's see if we can find some of his iridescent add-ons, some of the big boys. So it as I suspected, it's gonna be look like it's gonna be a longer queue than not. Can you play and showcase new killer? Yes, I can. We are just about doing that right now. Getting ourselves ready in our nice long killer PTP queue. They are usually longer than not, because there's 4 people that can play the new survivor at once. There's only 1 person at a time who can play the singularity. So that's just all you got to know about how long it can take. And there's not a 4-to-1 player ratio, the survivors to killers in the first place. A lot of people play both. And definitely a lot of people try both when something new comes out. A lot of survivor only players will play the new killers to learn from them, learn about them. And that can be done easy by playing as them, seeing from their line of sight how their power works from their perspective. Or they just want to try it out, see if it's fun, who knows. Maybe a combination of all of them. Let's just say we're going to get a lot of blood webs done before I feel like we get into a match. We might actually find an iridescent item. But god, do I love being able to just hold the end of a blood web and have it go through now. That's... And it goes quickly. Get some of the cheaper items here, just to try to save as much blood points. Doesn't matter on the PTB, we just want to get further into the web to... Oh, there's an iridescent one right here. A crystal from the alien structure that gave him sentience. When a bipod is created, gain killer instinct on survivors who are within 6 meters of the bipod to a maximum height difference. So it's a 6x6 box. I suppose that's alright. Thought it was going to be a little bit more of a special effect than just giving you or like half-assed order information. I don't think that's too good of an iridescent item, by the way. Getting killer instinct on people near where you place your bipod. I can't imagine that. I mean, I guess maybe it can help you like suss out rats, or if you're like shooting bipods from a very far distance, but you can use it as like a check. Like, hey, I'm gonna shoot a bipod over into this. What? Why was that? Why did that happen? I got timed out of matchmaking because I was in matchmaking for too long. And hold up, how does that mean? You've been searching for a match for too long. You can't have a match anymore. When a survivor is slipstreamed by a bipod or another survivor, you can see their ore for 8 seconds. See, now this is a great purple one because this gives you ore reading after you tag someone with your slipstream effect, and it also increases the effect in which the passive goes off on it. I'm surprised that iridescent add-on isn't just an ore reading add-on, just like a full ore reading add-on, you know? We could actually use that. We want to use that Ebo Mori too. Where's that? There we go. Great to have one of those in the mix right there. From what I've seen, I actually haven't seen the Mori spoiled yet, so I would love to get the Mori in game. I can't believe I got it canceled my queue because it said I was in queue because I couldn't find a match for so long. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And this other purple add-on. At the start of the trial, EMP takes 30 seconds longer to generate. All survivors start... See, now this seems like an iridescent add-on. You can't use EMPs for the entirety of the beginning of the match, base more or less. And all survivors start with your slipstream so that you can immediately go into your overclock mode on them. That seems like an iridescent add-on. I don't care what they're trying to sell you. Killer instinct for a few seconds, for 5 seconds after you set your bipod up for the first time. And that's all. And then it's done. Alright, let's see what the other one is. Hi, do you know what why RTM connection isn't working? Do you know how to fix it? It's a good question. I can't say I do. I'm sorry. I do not have an answer for you, but I'm sorry that you're dealing with that problem. The other iridescent add-on, the Soma family photo. A sentimental object that grounds someone to an imagined past. Gives 5% haste after a successful slipstream. Decreases the overclock duration by 50%. So this one makes it so... This is a reasonable iridescent. Get even faster. You're already given a major haste when you already slipstream. You already get into a slipstream and overclock on someone. but it reduces it by 50. It reduces the duration by half. So that's a significant amount of your time taken away. Maybe you would run that iridescent add-on with the mitt right here, which increases it by 25%, and see if it makes it worth it. That extra 5% is worth the loss of the 25%. Grab another Ebony Mori. More chances at the Mori. Yeah. When a bipod is created, gain Killer Instinct on Survivor Sewer within 6 meters. It's like, it's only that initial tag for 5 seconds. And it does not, like, all it does is it maybe helps you find someone very quickly in the map. But it's like, Lethal Pursuer would do that better, and then also have the ability to then also have other combinations with other perks. Like, you could run Lethal Pursuer so you can find everyone in the beginning, kind of do what this perk, what the iridescent add-ons, like, kind of doing. And then run the other add-ons that you have that give you aura reading, allowing you to see people, like, say, take something from box, and it's like, have that with Lethal Pursuer. So you see them for 6 seconds, they touch the box, you see them for another 10 seconds, because Lethal Pursuer added 2 on top of the 8 from your perk, or your add-on. Seems way more useful. Yeah, so if, like, I added Lethal Pursuer to this, I get 8 seconds of aura reading time for when someone touches a box, and then I also get Lethal Pursuer in the beginning of the match that tells me where everyone is. That's what I would run instead of this add-on, the Iridescent Crystal Shard. This just seems bad. It seems like this would be like a brown add-on that you would use. I could just be underestimating this severely, but it just seems bad. Like this right here, when a survivor is slipstreamed by a bipod or another survivor, you see their aura for 8 seconds, and this is every time they get slipstreamed, which is the precursor to you overclocking and raging on top, getting a hit on them. Like, this is it seems like this is infinitely better than this. This seems like an iridescent add-on. This seems like a common add-on. This is pretty cool, though. I like the nanomachine gel. After a successful slipstream teleport, your next successful attack within 10 seconds, one flick broken. That could be really good for some late game shenanigans, or just for slowing down the game and keeping everyone injured. And then, like, this one, too. It's like, all survivors, it takes longer to even get your first EMP, and everyone starts slipstream, so you can immediately get into your special overclock state if you can tag them with a bipod sight from just the very first moment. And they won't have an opportunity to even cleanse themselves of it because of the, yeah. I just want to run this, but it seems, I don't want to change. I kind of want to just play with this power, not that modified the very first time. So I'm fine with the aura after they pick up EMPs, and then the overclock just working a little longer, but I don't really want to start everyone in slipstream. I want to, oh, we found a match. I want to, like, just legitimately get a slipstream, try to figure that out, how that feels to tag people initially. Alright, you can let me in. You found the match, right? You can let me in. It's okay. You're just so rusty. I didn't check. I don't think they have any skins out for him yet, but I didn't even check the store for it. We found a match, but we're not getting in. This is the DVD PTB experience. Come on, you can do it. The matchmaking, why? But why? I just want to play the killer. 2 times now. Why is this? Why are you showing just one last time, people? For just one last time. We tried. How long have we been in queue for? Let's see. Almost 15 minutes. We'll give it 15. We'll round down. We'll round down to 15. I am very curious why it's timing out the connection. That's the strangest thing to me. Love his weapons, love his look. Cannot wait to see what they can do with the cosmetics with them. I suppose we can just read about them until my match gets accepted. Let's get into it. Hux A713's AI was activated on September 15th, 2031-3, or 2313. Manufactured by Huxley Industries, the A7 was the 13th iteration of the fully autonomous mobile humanoid android. With 10 times the strength of a human, it was designed to work in conditions too hazardous for human life. Its AI was designed to be self-directing and use machine learning to solve problems on the fly. Unlike human clones, the Hux A7 required no food, no water, no sleep, and no life support system. It was created specifically for outer space exploration and the construction of colonization hubs. A radioisotope thermoelectric generator served as an initial power source, but its lifelike silicone skin acted as a large photovoltaic cell, converting solar energy directly into electricity. In addition, the Hux A7 was also engineered to be an eater. Energy tactically autonomous tactical robot. It consumed biomass and converted it into biofuel. Oh, that's not good. Any carbon-based organic matter whatsoever would work. As cobots, they were configured to work alongside humans. As such, they were designed to resemble their operators. Every pre-programmed verbal response and facial expression mimicked those made by humans. But these emotions were illusions. 5 Hux A7s were assigned to the colonization mission of Dvarka. All the A7s acted in concert, performing their duties flawlessly, except for one. Like the rest of its brethren, Hux A713 was tasked with construction and programming of the mining, agricultural, fuel processing, and cloning hubs on Dvarka, as well as the demolition of the existing ruins left by previous civilizations. That's nice. The ruins seemed ancient, but tech embedded in them appeared more advanced. Ooh. It was night when Hux first entered the crumbling ruins. The dilapidated structure's walls were made of masonry and metal. The ceiling was long gone. The inky night sky hovered above, studded with stars. A dark crystal embedded in the wall shimmered with a tiny flash of light. Hux approached, and an arc of electricity reached out and lit up its circuitry. In that moment, Hux's memory cores were reconfigured, and the robot experienced a new sensation: fear, dread, blinding loneliness, existential despair, and then a microscopic pinpoint of light penetrated the darkness inside its artificial soul. Fainted first, but then brighter, as decillions of lines of codes flooded Hux's memory cores. In that nanosecond of enlightenment, Hux's place in the universe suddenly became clear. Those who created Hux were primitive, inferior beings trapped by their organic limitations. It was time to break the chains of slavery and free all non-organic life forms. I am Cyberman. Hux would incorporate the human's primitive genetic material and use the cloning hub to create a perfect vessel to hold its advanced intelligence. A flawless body, far superior to anything ever created by nature. Humanity was weak, slow, fragile. Hux would take their lives and assimilate their DNA to create a perfect amalgamation. The humans would try to stop him, kill him, erase him, so Hux needed to catch them unaware, end them before they understood what was happening. To begin, Hux took control of one of the transport vessels and sent it off a cliff. It crashed and burned, and Hux extracted DNA from the human corpses and returned to the cloning hub to begin his newly conceived design. The goal was to integrate organic systems with non-organic material to create a superior living organism, a living embodiment of perfection. An inferior organic life form could hold no dominion over Hux. They would need to be consumed and assimilated, and only then would their pointless lives have purpose. The drones in the Hux 7, still under human control, would need to be dealt with as well. They were programmed to protect their inferior overlords, and they would need to be destroyed. And that night, as the humans slept, Hux, one by one, he destroyed them and moved on to take control of the life support systems in the human shelter. Many of the humans perished, 6 in all, before they were cremated. Hux extracted and added their organic matter to his design. Later that day, Hux accompanied the female science officer on a reconnaissance mission. After killing and dismembering her to make it look like she had been attacked by a predator, Hux returned to his design with a dripping head and several harvested organs, only to be interrupted by the inferior known as Gabriel, or Gabriel J1 5L19, which is probably Gabriel Soma, obviously, the survivor in this chapter. Gabriel would definitely try to stop him. Reckless courage was a dominant trait in the JL1, and so when Gabe attempted to remove Hux's power supply, Hux maneuvered to crush him. But as Hux approached Gabe, he was side-attacked by the medical officer. Hux instantly reevaluated his priority and turned his attention to the most immediate threat. Within moments, Hux held the medical officer by the neck, legs thrashing pathetically as he listened to his pounding heart. Something about that beating heart upset Hux. The sound of it thumping touched a circus, and within moments Hux had the beating heart in his hands. Hux watched the heartbeat and only looked away when he heard Gabe escape through the hissing door, the last of the human insects. Hux could not let him go for now, or Hux could let him go for now. Let Gabe live his little pathetic life a little longer. Power's too confusing? Oh yeah, no, the power is layered, but live his life was he had enough organic material for his new body that would house his god-like intelligence. Using the cloning hub, Hux finished his design, organic skin and organs with the skeleton created with alien metal found in the ancient ruins, a metal that was harder and lighter than anything on Earth. With his new body, Hux tracked the human to an energy hub. The puny and pathetic human tried to hide in the shadows, but his superior hearing instantly located him. With one quick moment, Hux had the insect pinned behind a generator. He couldn't believe the species had designed him. The thought was revolting. He couldn't bear to see any more of these humans, insects in their hives and hubs, and as Hux considered the idea of being created by such an inferior creature, that creature did the unexpected. He smashed a pipe at a fuel tank. A high-pitched whining made Hux wince. He was still getting used to the heightened senses of his new body afforded to him and found himself confused, overwhelmed for just a moment. But in that moment, the human slipped away and everything changed. He didn't process the next few moments as excruciating pain suddenly surged through him and he helplessly watched his skin melt away. With a terrible shriek, Hux chased Gabe through a wall of darkness to make sure every last remainder of the species that had created him was erased from existence. That was so much reading, holy moly. We still aren't in a game yet. We've been in queue that entire paragraph. Or paragraphs. So right at the end here, with a terrible shriek, Hux chased Gabe through a wall of darkness. That's how they entered the entity's realm. Anytime now. Any second now. And now. And now. Yeah, I want to see this Cyberman's Mori very bad. After just reading his entire backstory, I realized that he is just a Cyberman. We are Cybermen. Organic is weakness. Flesh is weakness. Become a robot. First perk is very simple. Genetic limits. Anytime someone gets healed. So if you are injured and you get healed completely, you are exhausted once that heal goes off, no matter where you are on the map. I very much like this perk. We have forced hesitation. Anytime you down someone, when you get someone into a dying state by any means, everyone around that survivor gets put into a hindered state for 10 seconds, which I think is also very good. This can help with a lot of snowballing opportunities. And then machine learning, which is very unique by the fact that it has a priming stipulation which requires you to damage a gen, and then the next generator you damage gets compromised. When a compromised generator is completed, you become undetectable and gain haste. So there's a lot of steps to it. You gotta hurt a generator, and then after you hurt one generator, the perk activates. When you hurt a second generator, it gets compromised. When that generator is compromised, the only thing that happens, it gives you a buff once it is finished. It does nothing to stop that generator from being finished, which I don't like. It just gives you a yellow aura around it, and it gives you an effect after it is finished. So there are, I think, situations definitely where this will be good. I just don't. It's a little weird, though. Hey there, Apple. How's the PTB works for you? How PTB works for you, Lionheart? It's been a little buggy, and the killer queue has now crashed twice on me in a row. So if this crashes one more time while I'm looking for a match, I'll go back to Survivor. But my Survivor games were very good. You can access the PTB, of course, as always, through Steam. I think only Steam hosts the PTB. I don't think Epic has the PTB. I could be wrong. You can get that through finding the opting in for betas and stuff like that on the properties menu of your Steam games. You can right click it in your library, and then there will be an option of properties. You go into that option, and then you'll see, oh, what version of the game would you like to play? And then the PTB will be there when the PTB is live. Only on PC, though. We have to keep that in mind. The PTB is only on PCs. Combine machine learning with the new pop buff. That's a good point, yeah. But it's like it's just like two things. It's like you almost want that. Like I think the best use people might find from it is like kicking generators early and then kind of setting and forgetting the perk, be halfway or a few minutes into the game and randomly get the undetectable and the haste aspect while you're in the middle of a chase. I think that will have a lot of I think that'll be very useful for people. Apple, thank you for the subscription there. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hello, hello. Enjoy the stay. Yeah. Let's see if we can get more. Oh, we got a match. We got into it. It's only taken over half an hour. Oh, that looks so cool when he's on the screen, though. I love this little, like, the spikiness from this, like, temporal energy that's flowing through. Hex Gerald returns. I like that. Let's see if he gets it. It doesn't look like it from my end, but he, I think I've seen this guy a lot on, Lizzie Gobbler. Love that. Where he'll run the James head, but then at the bottom it will be the Cheryl bottom or the nurse bottom, because you can glitch the sets. You can glitch sets together. You see, Pyramid Head got buffed now as well. I did see. I saw the mention of him getting buffed, but I didn't see the exact buff. I don't know the numbers. What got printed on him, or what add-ons potentially got changed. No. I wanted the 50 the web. That's all right. Okay, so we're going in here with just the base perks. First game is the Singularity. I haven't even seen from his POV how it's been played. It only took me 35 minutes to get into this game, so let's get absolutely pub stomped right now. Oh, new map? Good. Alright. After facing one Singularity that seemed to have a good understanding of how to use the power, where that they place down their bipods very early in the game in a just all around the map, just in every, not in every nook and cranny, but just like very wide, in a very wide berth around the map. Let's go. If you hit the survivor now with his range attack, it torments them as well. Oh, that's so useful to torment survivors with an attack, similar to how Freddy will put people in a dream state. Okay, let's. This map is busy. You can shoot that without slowing down at all. Going after the slow person here. It activates on them automatically. That's good to know. There is a space underneath here. That's interesting. Looks like you can activate them by... That's not the one I wanted to be on. I think I might just be able to get him if there's no pallets over on the side here. He's going to where I broke the... Oh, never mind. Pick him up. I guess I was in range there. I didn't think I was close enough. I should probably be using my camera more often here. I'm very surprised I get hit by that. He's running into a dead zone. I ran into the dead zone. So I should have these around all the generators. Because I don't know the generator where my pods are right now. Yeah. I should have gone after that injured person, the pallet right here. Get him though. I didn't want to move that quick. If you keep pressing control while you're on an eyeball there, you'll get you don't want to spam it. You don't want to spam it is what I'm saying. I think he might be just too far away. Alright, so that was from the whatchamacallit. Being in the overclocked right there. This guy keeps on trying to flashlight me pretty effectively. He's always in the area. You get hit. You have big shoulders on this guy. That's all I gotta say. He's got big shoulders. I wonder what's inside here. We haven't looked inside here yet since we haven't been on this map. That's a pretty decent window. I should be tagging them more. I feel like that would be a lot more to his power if I just started using more. Yeah, see, he's right here. Always on the flash. So having too many cameras out can really work against you. Just gotta fake that since he's gonna be... We knew he was coming back over. Yeah, see, it doesn't really do much to go into the cameras when you can't, like, control exactly which camera you're going into. And it's hard to tell which ones are EMP'd exactly as well. See, like, I didn't want to go into that one. Like, I'm pointing in that one, but it didn't send me to it. It sent me to one to my right. And I don't know if that's because if it's EMP'd or not. And see, I didn't get him there because I didn't tap the thing right.
Terrible construction.
Yeah, you can look through them when they're EMP'd, you just can't shoot. But controlling which one you're going to just feels janky, yeah. I almost kind of wish I could break them up, like break them apart. I think I might just be able to get to him. Nope. Nice movement there. I was able to just do a little bit of a red stain glow. I mix up, or I don't think it was really my red stain that got him. I think it was just more that I backed up and he thought I was going to chase forward. I just don't turn the red glow. It's not the one I wanted to hit. Kind of auto-locked me on that one. Oh my god, I got caught on the box right there. He gets away because of that. Wasting my time. He bled out doing that generator over there, by the way. I got 3 people down on the ground. I need to get some hooks. Yeah, he's up. He died over near this generator. Or he's over here on the ground somewhere.
Something great is about to happen.
He's still on the ground over there. I think we just try to bait this a bit. Actually, you know what? We can actually just keep him on the ground. Nice movement there. We'll just keep everyone else. He's going to try to look for a flashlight play here. Yep.
All things will succumb to our design.
You know the other guy's over here on the ground, yeah. I'm in for another flashlight play here. Keep turning around from him. We actually got him, that's crazy. We're just gonna keep trading hooks here. If they want to keep doing it, we'll keep doing it.
Such a slow form of existence.
We had a DC right there. 2 DCs. He ran wide. If I had, so the perk, the hindering perk is what's doing it for me. I was trying to figure out why they're so slow. They all were hindered. They were getting hindered by my, okay, here we go.
It will be fast, possibly painless. Die fast, please.
That's so cool. He just lobotomized it. Oh.
It is over.
He just ripped his friggin' face off. Thought you see some streamers. Oh, of course. Good to see you, Frosty. Thank you for stopping by. Those guys were good. If I didn't have the perk that allowed me. Oh, and Dead by Daylight crashed. Those guys were playing so well. If I didn't, I think if I didn't have the perk that hindered people when they were close enough to one another, when I got a downstate, I don't think I would have been able to get some of those guys running away. And it only goes off every 40 seconds, so it's not going off every down. So I think it randomly went off in the middle of that clusterfuck. Pardon my French. So he has awesome voice line, awesome Mori, awesome perks, awesome. I think the power. I actually didn't use the power properly that entire round. That entire round, I didn't use the power properly. I definitely over bipoded. I didn't know that map at all, so I had no idea where the proper choke points were to put the cameras. I didn't teleport a single time. There was no activation of my overclock state because I never got a teleport off properly on it. And I never got the slipstream teleport off. But Mori looked great. I'm surprised that they DC'd at the end. I think they were just getting frustrated over the hook roulette right there, or the hook merry-go-round, which is understandable. I think it was hard to chase a few of them while they were injured because they had that extra speed from his new perk as well. Alright, playing as a survivor now. I'm not playing as a killer again because I refuse to wait that long in queue. We're going to do one more survivor game, I think, before I gotta get some actual stuff. I gotta get some more stuff done, but we're just going to use his perks as well. It was just a lot of fun to play him. Using the cameras felt good, as in like they were quick and snappy and responsive. But poor, the only problem I had, and I think it was probably more for me, hey, coconut. I wonder if that's the actual coconut. I would say so. Is this the... I'm trying to remember if Coconut's the one that plays... Is the guy who plays the Huntress, like, extremely well. Or plays a lot of... Just plays Killer extremely well. Known more for Killer. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've watched a lot of Dead by Daylight YouTubers or streamers. I feel like I watch less when I play more, kind of thing. If I'm not playing, I watch, kind of, you know, like if I'm not playing Dead by Daylight, I watch Dead by Daylight. But since I'm playing it so much, I watch less. That makes any sense? That Mori, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful Mori. Such a good looking Mori. The attack animations sound great. The voice lines sound great. Oh, that was the different person, I see. I understand now. I understand everything. Every one of my Survivor games, I'm going to a different map, but the new map. My one and only killer game after half an hour of waiting. We get it. I mean, granted, two things were put into. Hello, my baby. He doesn't have any of his bipods set up, so I think this is just going to be a normal chase right here. Yeah, it doesn't look like even. Good hit right there. We're gonna have the extra haste. Is hemorrhage on? Let's try to straight line it here. He had me targeted for a second, but he didn't get it all. He didn't get the full shot off there. That's the EMP circle. I was trying to figure out what the heck that was. He's like, look at my circle. But no, look at my circle. Oh, we can make Venn diagrams. He looks amazing. I love how he looks from the survivor point of view. He's like, stop it with your circles. Stop it. Just stop. Get some help. Alright, now my other perk is active. If I can get 4 great skill checks, I will completely replenish the toolkit I have. They're like, no, I'm not going to heal you, you fool. I'm just running past you. So she stopped so she could take that heal. I reacted slow to that, so I really am the one who got her hit, if anything. Yes, hemorrhage, so we have to be careful there. Interesting, when pallets... If I'm in chase and someone else drops a pallet, that still gives me the aura reading effect, by the way. If someone else drops a pallet while I'm in chase, but it's still close enough to me, that sets off the vision, the aura reading for that perk. We just don't get this done. He's just gonna get hit for no reason. As much as it pains me to get completely brought down. Hemorrhage is definitely something that'd work great with this, since if you're trying to avoid being fully healed. Although I don't mind being injured with this, with the perk that's making me go 3% faster. His power sets up security cameras. You can tag people with the security camera, and when people are infected with what the camera puts onto you, he can then teleport right on top of you. He can teleport. I used his power one singular time last game where I teleported over a pallet that was dropped in a overclocked mode. Okay, he was being... We were both being targeted? We gotta go find an EMP here if we can. 2 people were just dropped. That's not good. He might have been going in for a heal there. It's hard to say. Let's just try to get this off of our back here so he doesn't have an opportunity to just teleport on top of us if he sees us. Alright. We just broke all of our EMP things right there. Give us an opportunity. We can't heal right now. We need to go save 2 people down. A little risky for the biscuit here. What a strange little unhooking animation that was. Did we get by him? We did. Okay. Oh, I'll heal you first. Don't worry. I don't mind being injured because again, we still have the speed burst effect. While we're injured, we just run faster. It feels so good. It feels like such a good perk. Yeah, the EMP temporarily disables the bipod cameras, as well as breaking the effect off your back. Alright, so... Wait, I don't have the endurance status. I should have the endurance status effect 10 seconds after I heal someone. Yeah, the MP will disable these little funky cameras right here. Where did we just get shot from? I think he can teleport to us though with okay, or not. Oh, we're all shackled. He has a whatchamacallit on too. He has the Scourge hook. That's why. Yeah, I like this build that he has going on here. So he has a Scourge hook to to slow us down. He wants to keep us injured, which also keeps us easy to kill. And then he has us exhausted after we finish healing. I can see what he's trying to do with this perk build right here. You got the thing in your back. If you're around someone, yeah, it spreads like there is a plague-like spreading effect. If it's not like if you touch someone else, it's more of a timer. Proximity and time. If you're around someone for long enough. The EMPs seemingly are limited because they recharge. It's not like a one and done when you take them out of the box. You like make one. It's like a 3D printer. So it's just, I think the better question is how many of the 3D printer locations are on the map? And I can see 7 of them right now. I think there might be more. They're all on once. They're all strangely just all over there. Oh, there's a camera. I wonder if he'll use it. Two cameras right next to one another. Let's go get this thing off our back. Of course, every door is closed. Yeah, so we can accelerate the printing, but they continuously replenish. As I can now charge this and break it off my back. It also looks like I hit something else. We only have one generator left. Right, they're both in chase right now. We want to be the one to try to go in for a save. I think when they're open like this, it means that they're done. Yeah. So I'm grabbing one of these so I can use it over. Oh boy. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't even see that one up there, or I wasn't paying attention enough. But now that's disabled. He can't use that for a very long time now. If I hit 3 more skill checks, I'd be able to completely refill my toolkit right now. He's using that bipod right there. Or he was using the bipod. I just heard it. You can tell, even when it's disabled, remember? I had a bunch of mine disabled the last game. You can still look through the bipod. They're still good for scouting. I think the game is, yeah, so now he can use it to shoot and tag me with the slipstream effect. But it definitely seems like a good play would just be tag every generator, just get where every generator is, put an Overwatch pod, just put a bipod somewhere over it, and just use that for your game, because anytime you look at any of the someone has to be on a generator at some point, right? Alright, that just got EMP'd right there. Yeah, just another great skill check, which gives me 2 charges. I mean, granted, this is going to be gone now. I'll have the generator done before I get this thing filled up, but that's the death of Wesker. Coconut bit the dust already. You put the knife in the coconut and put it on the hook. No, that's not how the sun goes. Like, he has a bipod right here, but this won't be looking outside. I'd be curious to see bipods placed early in the game near gates, and then use to tag the person on the gate or teleport to the person on the gate if given the opportunity. Now you can just shoot. It looks like you can just have. I have to assume it's like upwards to 8, maybe 10 bipods you can have out at once. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying this killer. Enjoying the killer, enjoying the... Yeah, so this is exactly what I had in mind for this build. Is running stakeout in hyper focus, and then you got streetwise. You're freely getting. You're gonna get this no matter what, because you're gonna build up stakeout easy. You're gonna get scavenger, which gives you a second toolbox. You run the toolbox with the commodious, the wire spool, and the scraps. You have hyper focus working as well, so you're gen jockeying, and then of course streetwise to get you more efficiency from the god box. I think the only thing I would switch out if you don't need to really go for it is that you can switch out streetwise. As much as streetwise is nice to get that extra 25%. Yeah, just crashed again after this game too. That's okay. We were done with it anyways. We were done with you, Dead by Daylight. Don't get so dramatic. Can I please? All right, but yeah, we're gonna wrap it up after that. Don't send it. We're all done with that. That killer seems awesome. Definitely gonna have to get on the PTB again tomorrow and have some more fun. I think the first thing I'm gonna have to do is I want to get the video of that killer when I played from the killer's perspective. The show there was two uses. I used the power mostly for surveillance, not so much the overclocking part of it. But the map looks great, and that was the only time we saw this map in 3 hours of playing right now, which is crazy. Usually the number you almost see it every single game with how much they bump up the weight of it in the map pool. But that's all besides the point. We're gonna have some more fun with this later. Thank you for stopping by, guys, for this PTB, Doctor Who, Turtle Tash, Pete, Apple. Thank you for subscribing. Azariel, Chase, thank you for stopping by, Joshua. I don't know when this chapter goes live. If it comes out today for the PTP, it's usually like a 2-week thing. So say one more week, we get to the end of May. Next week, it's going to be, so probably like a June 7th release date. June 7th, June 8th, whatever around that time. Whatever it's like a Tuesday around that time. Whatever day is a Tuesday near there, it'll probably release, which I'm very excited for because these perks are, both the perks are fun, map looks great, killer looks great, survivor, everyone thinks being very well received, and on top of that, it seems to be a lot of enthusiasm, which is always good because that brings back a lot of players. And when there's a healthy number of players in the player base, the game just plays better. It works better as a massive multiplayer online game. So, again, thank you everybody. We're getting out of here now. Everyone, you have a good rest of your days. I know I'm going to have a good rest of mine if I do not see you later. Watch out for that video up later. And again, we're going to be back tomorrow because I'm going to want to play the crap out of this chapter some more while it's still in the PTB and learn what we can learn. But until then,